was born Louise Catherine Wooster on June 12, 1842, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to an engineer father of old Puritan stock and a mother who was the daughter of wealthy Southern planters. By the time I was 7 years old, my family moved to Mobile, Alabama, and I attended one of the most elite boarding schools for aristocratic society. I devoured the academic arts, Mr. Shakespeare himself included, but good things don't last always. When I was 10 years old, my father died. My mother remarried shortly thereafter, and my stepfather took all my family's money, leaving me, my mother, and my sisters poor and destitute. My mother died shortly thereafter as well, and by the time I was a teenager, all I had to depend on was family members, most of whom abused and mistreated me. So I took it upon myself to move to Montgomery, Alabama, and I entered my first brothel there. Boy, did we ever have some fun in that brothel, on the inside and the outside. This is often where I say I failed step by step until at last I was beyond redemption. This is, after all, where I began my passionate and infamous love affair with Mr. Booth. John Wilkes Booth, that is. Nonetheless, I moved to Birmingham, Alabama, and opened a brothel here. Not long after my arrival here in 1873, an outbreak occurred. A cholera epidemic was sweeping the city, and boy, did people scatter. Over half of the population fled, and those that didn't flee were too sick to do so or already dead. But being that I never backed down to a challenge, I stayed right here. I helped to feed the hungry, nurse the sick back to health, and even helped to bury the dead. So, after it was all said and done, I guess you could say I was no longer beyond redemption. Society wiped my slate clean. I went on to open one of the finest and most opulent brothels in the South, right over there in downtown Birmingham on 4th Avenue North. Went on to acquire quite a bit of wealth too, but I put most of it back into communities and charities, becoming quite the philanthropist. I left this life on May 16, 1913, but my legacy lives on through institutions and individuals like Vanity Fair Corporation, public health heroes who honor my legacy through courage, commitment, and service.